In this video, I will show you how to add your properties in Rentals United and how to review your property content. You can upload your properties to Rentals United by clicking on the Properties tab and selecting Add New Property. Your property will be created in 7 steps. Follow the step-by-step instruction until the property is completed. If your properties are already on Airbnb, you can import the properties using the Airbnb Import button. If you're using a PMS integration, your properties will be imported from your PMS instead. No matter what way your property is created in Rentals United, you always need to review the property content to ensure everything is correct prior to channel connection. We will review one property together and cover all property fields. You can use this overview for creating, editing, or reviewing your properties. As we saw before, the property content is separated into 7 different steps. Click on the steps to navigate between the different tabs. Click on Save and Next at the bottom if you have made any edits. On step 1, you will add your basic property information: property name, property type, number of guests, floor number, property size, address, map location, legal information, and lastly, distances to points of interest. Click on the question mark next to the field if you would like to learn more about this field. For property name, keep the length around 70 characters. We recommend including the property type, highlighting special amenities, suitability for certain groups, and proximity to local attractions. For example, catch the breeze at this pet-friendly lake house with access to boat and fishing gear. The property size can be added in either square meters or square feet. It will be converted automatically when one is added. For the map location, zoom in close to your property and ensure that the point is exactly where your property is located. Click and drag the map location to change the location. The legal documentation required depends on the location and type of property. If no legal information is required for your location, tick in this box. Once you have filled in all the fields on step number 1, click on Save and Next. On step 2, you will manage your room composition and amenities. A minimum of 10 amenities per property is required. However, we recommend that you add as many as possible, since amenities make a massive impression on your guests and may decide whether they decide to rent a stay with you or not. Selecting more amenities will also help with increasing ranking on the channels and avoid your property from being filtered away when guests use the amenity filters in their search. Start by completing your room configuration. Select how many bedrooms, bathrooms, half bathrooms, and kitchen, cooking area, or kitchenette the property has. In order to add your amenities easily, Rentals United will highlight the most important amenities: popular amenities, security and safety, policies, accessibility, and cleanliness and safety. Select as many as possible under each category. Please note that some amenities require that you provide further specifications, for example, internet and parking. Any amenities that you cannot find in the tick boxes, you can add under the general or room-specific amenities below. Click on Add Room or click on the edit icon next to the room. Start to type in the amenity and then select from the drop-down list. Here you will also specify bed types. You will need to make sure that the bedding matches the maximum occupancy of the property that was selected on step number 1. If you use a PMS integration, you can use the combined amenity option from PMS settings to add any amenity your PMS does not support. Once you have completed the amenities in great detail, click on Save and Next. On step 3, you will add your property description. The first sentence is the most important. Make sure it grabs the guest's attention. we recommend to keep the description between 700 to 1000 characters and organize your points into paragraph and bullet points. Help travelers imagine themselves holidaying at your property. Once completed, click on Save and Next. On step 4, you will add your property photos. Photos are the top reason when guests decide on a property. It is therefore not only important to take and choose the right photos, but also how they are organized. Add not only photos inside your property, but also exterior photos of your property and activities available in or near your property. You can also highlight key amenities with your photos by staging the photos. For example, setting a breakfast table on the patio, or showcasing the ability to work from your property with a desk, shared computer, and high-speed Wi-Fi. Imagine what your guests might want to do at your property and set that scene. Add your photos by clicking Add Photos. Reorganize your photos by dragging and dropping the photos. Each channel have different requirements when it comes to how many photos your listing needs and minimum pixel size. We recommend having a minimum of 25 photos per property and a pixel size of 1920 x 1080 or above. This will not only ensure that you meet all channel requirements, but also that your listing have a high quality. Should you upload photos with a very low pixel resolution, Rentals United will highlight those photos in red for you. You will need to select your main photo. It should showcase your best feature, for example, pool, view, key amenity, or patio. For the remaining photos, you can also select photo categories. This can help with your listing score on channels like Booking.com. You can also add a free text description under each photo to help your guests imagine their stay and make your listing stand out. Once done, click on Save and Next. On step 5, you will manage your availability, pricing, and extra charges. On the Availability tab, you will need to ensure that the calendar is accurate. Close and open your availability by selecting the dates, either from the calendar view or by selecting the dates below. Select the status and click on Save. Review your calendar carefully to verify that the correct availability has been added. Once your property is connected to channels, any new reservations from those channels will update the Rentals United calendar automatically. If you need a quick overview of your calendar for multiple properties at once, click on the Properties tab and select Multi-Calendar. Here you can quickly compare if something is inaccurate. Return to the Availability tab for a property to edit if needed. Below the calendar, you will have the option to add a BTBA, preparation time before arrival. This feature will allow you to dynamically block your calendar X hours from midnight in case your property cannot facilitate a last-minute reservation. For example, if you put 6 hours, availability will be closed at 6 p.m. Use the BTBA only if your property requires it, since you may otherwise lose out on bookings. On the Pricing tab, you will add your pricing rules. The currency used is predefined per location. If you want to change the currency, contact the support team. Click on Add Season to start adding your pricing. Add a name, specify the dates, and then add your price. You can also specify your minimum stay and extra guest price. If you use extra guest price, specify the number of guests for your daily price above. Click on Save. All seasons added will be visible from here. You can also add advanced pricing rules. Click on the edit icon and scroll down. You will have the option to add weekend pricing, blocking check-in or check-out on certain days of the week. You can add occupancy pricing, LOS pricing, and discounts. Please note that certain channels do not support some pricing features. When making an edit, always make sure to click on Save at the top. On the Charge Profile tab, you will add your taxes and fees that should be charged on top of your daily price. Click on Add Line Item to add a new tax or fee. Click on the Edit icon to review the tax or fee. You will specify if it's a tax or fee, what is the type, give a personal name for internal use if desired, and then you will select how the tax or fee is calculated. When possible, use simple calculations like percentages or amount per stay. This will ensure that the tax or fee is supported by the channels that you wish to connect with. If you select percentage, you will be asked what it should be calculated on. Select the value and select the calculation. You can also specify collection time and if the fee or tax is optional or not. Click on Save. If you use a refundable security deposit, that will be added under Security Deposit. The down payment is applicable for channels where you are the merchant of record. You can inform your guest how much you plan to charge at the time of booking. The remaining balance will be due upon arrival. Some channels will provide further option for payment schedules during the setup of the channel's account. Click on Save and Next. On Step 6, you will manage your check-in and check-out details. Provide your contact details in case guests need to contact you after a reservation has been made. Specify your normal check-in and check-out times. You will be able to provide a range for your check-in. In case you do not have a cutoff time for your check-in, leave the to and from with the same values. This will indicate that you can check in anytime after the given time. You can provide additional check-in instructions under Arrival Instructions. You can provide optional fees for late check-in and early checkout. Click on Save and Next. On Step 7, you will manage your payment options. Payment method is applicable for channels where you are the merchant of record. You can inform your guest how they will be charged, for example, credit card, which is the most accepted payment method. Under Cancellation Policy, you will add your preferred cancellation policy. During the connection process, you will be informed what channels accept your cancellation policy that you have added here, and which ones you will need to select from the channel's predefined list. If you have a rental agreement, you can upload the URL link here. This is mandatory for Vrbo. Once done, click on Save and Next.